Well, I just think, again, I hate to use the same thing all the time, but just general organization, some length to the playbook, some length on both sides of the ball. Really get a chance to add a lot of things and add different things and move pieces around and give some of your stuff a little bit more long life by doing that, right? And just little tweaks here and there so you can disguise some of it too. So, been good. Told the coaching staff enjoy this today because this might be it. Practice for a while. Gets pretty busy here starting tomorrow for a long stretch.
Is there any updates on the injury reports and player status and everything?
Um, well, Bona, Kayla both practiced today. However, I think there's still a little bit of a question on availability for tomorrow. Um, I think Bona's okay. He looked okay. I think there still might be a little bit of a question on Caleb. Yeah.
Nick, this might be like a broader type of question, but the NBA changed the All-Star format.
Yep.
What do you think about it? Do you feel like it got better for the All-Star game, or what happened to anything like that?
Um, Listen, I think that they've changed the format a lot here recently, right? I coached one of them, and I coached the first Elam ending, and that's some of the best basketball I'd ever been a part of in my life. I mean, that was a collection of guys it was awesome. Um, Obviously, I didn't really pay that much attention last year to it, but obviously there were a lot of reports about it. The game wasn't good to watch last year. So, I mean, I think it's smart of them to take some steps forward to try to make it better. I think, I've been to the All-Star thing a lot, in a bunch of different capacities, and it's an amazing showcase, an amazing weekend for anybody that loves basketball or loves the NBA or whatever. It's really an amazing event. So I think I give them some credit for trying to keep it amazing. Yeah.
You guys are near the top of the league in forcing turnovers, near in fouling. What do you make of that? And are there ways you can continue being an aggressive defense well?
Yeah, I mean, I think doesn't surprise me either one of those. I think we do always start off with an aggressive mindset. Creating turnovers is part of what we want to do. We usually start out the year fouling a little more than we would like to and are able to dial it back as we go, but yet continuing to be active and have get some deflections and things like that. For me, like what I'm seeing on film and what I'm trying to coach is we're just making some far too many late plays that aren't there, late plays on the ball that aren't there, right? And we just if we can stop, I think just that one thing, that'll cut our foul numbers down by 5 or 6 a game. I don't know if you know what I mean, but it seems like we're almost in really good position. They're going to take a pretty tough shot, and then somebody's got to stick their hand in there. They may get all ball, or they may get, but it's like we didn't really need to. We had them taking an off balance, turn around tough. We had them going away from the whatever the scenario is, and that's just what I'm trying to get us to dial back on is the late stuff where I think we got them where we want them already. Yeah.
Nick, kind of coming off of this period of rest, you have a back-to-back coming up.
Yep.
Any expectation for Paul, whether or not he'll play one or both?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going on it from today. The expectation is I know we're trying to get him into both of them, right? I think again, I can't really. I'm not sitting here saying, well, he's definitely not playing them both. He's not. I mean, that's not the mindset. He's not in one and out the other for sure. Could end up that way. I think tomorrow, what happens tomorrow, certainly leads into the decision for the next day. But I mean, as you guys have seen and know, I mean, he's certainly moving a lot better. He's feeling a lot better. His athleticism's a lot better. All those things. So it's all steps in the right direction.
You guys have had multi-year success against Charlotte. What do you think has been the common denominator? There's been some close games, but
Yeah.
you still were able to pull them out. What do you think has been the
No, I don't know. I think again, like first of all, they play everybody close. Like they got talent and they're deep and they're playing hard. And they're like their records, not probably indicative of what it's like to play against them. And I think I wouldn't be the only one saying that. They like got a lot of really close losses to a lot of really good teams. So they come to play. I don't know. I don't really know other than the fact that we've played pretty well against them. Almost every time, especially like early, right from the start, and we built up some double-digit leads. I think almost in all the games as well, and they come fighting back furiously all the time as well. It is kind of surprising, and I would say this will probably end tomorrow, but all the games have been really similar. Like even when you're playing the same team, a lot of times each game has a completely different story, but these all have been fairly similar. I guess I would take that again tomorrow if I could right now, but I wouldn't expect that tomorrow.
You mentioned that you weren't quite sure coming into the year like what you guys would get out of him.
Yep.
Was there a moment where, and I know some of this was out of necessity because of injuries, but was there a moment where you're like, oh, actually, I think you can get a decent amount out of him, or he's going to help us like immediately this year?
Just trying to think. Again, I think. Yeah. I mean, what's the moment? The moment's probably right away in the first preseason game when he comes in and plays well right off the bat, and you're just you kind of you go into a season with your depth charts and you're pushing your pencil around and all this stuff, and you got him kind of back because that's where kind of I think we as an organization saw it and we didn't really know, right? So, but right away again he comes in and starts playing well, and you start thinking like. My thing I keep saying is he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, right, at either end. Like he may give up a offensive rebound here and there because he's going against a 7-footer or something but it isn't for the lack of him giving everything he had to try to stop that guy from rebounding. He really is in tune offensively with what we're doing. He's in tune with all the sets. Like again, he's intelligent player. He plays hard, and he really tries to do what's best for the team all the time. So that's always going to be a nice thing for a coach to have. Yep.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks, everybody.